This is Jonathan Agioff here for Pro Boxing Fans. We're here in London to announce Joe Joyce's long-awaited return against Carlos Takam. Big juggernaut is back, Joe.
Yeah, big juggernaut. Yeah, I'm back in the building and I'm ready for action again on the 24th. So yeah, I just can't wait. Takam's a strong opponent. He's very he's a good test, and he always comes in shape, so he's ready for action. So it's going to be an all-action fight, and I'm just in the gym training hard and getting ready.
Have you crossed paths with him before in Vegas? I know he lives out in Vegas. Have you sparred him, seen him around?
Oh, do you know what? So Sam arranged sparring with him, and then I think his manager turned it down or something. I was supposed to spar him, but then I don't think he wanted it. So now I'm fighting him. So let's see what he's got.
Well, he wants it now for sure. Just first of all, what was this morning like going around London, open top bus?
Oh yeah,
living life.
Yeah, it was a good experience. Unfortunately, the megaphone had a malfunction because Sam was supposed to be let loose with a megaphone in the central London, heckling people.
Good idea.
But he did heckle a few people, but just shouting out. And but yeah, it's really good experience, like going around London, and that it's so hot as well.
Yeah. Joe, how much of the real Joe Joyce do we see against Daniel Dubois, and how much are we still to see in the coming years?
In that fight with Spar, there was a lot more in the game plan that I was planning to use on the night, but as it went, I was trying to avoid the heavy lever from Daniel, and it's getting away. Didn't really get caught with anything cleanly, and and my jab was just landing nicely, and I hit him with some big jabs, and it obviously busted up his eye and made him drop a knee and take a 10 count. So so that everyone thought I was going to lose in the first 3 rounds. So I passed through with flying colours, and I was potentially going to fight Usyk for the WBO, but that's fallen through now. So I've got a tough opponent in Takam, and I better not slip up here. But I'm confident in my abilities in taking him out and move and marching on to a world title.
With the Dubois fight, how were you actually feeling going in there? Was it just a case of you've been on the big stage before? Because it was both of yours biggest fights to date.
Yeah, I've had obviously a lot more experience than Daniel in the amateurs and the pros. I'm glad it finally happened. It got postponed 3 times due to the virus, and it ended up happening without a crowd. But it kind of was like my coming out fight, where people went from a prospect to actual proper name, proper person, and I was this close to fighting Usyk for the interim WBO, but hey ho, the journey continues, and I'll go a different route, and I've got a real live opponent, hard fight in Takam, which keeps me sharp, and he's orthodox, so it's not going to be something where I'm going to have to alter anything, and I can go in similarly how I went with Dubois, so it's going to be a good fight.
He's not going to be too hard to find unless he changes his style drastically. We know what he's about. He always brings the heat. So can we expect a war, or can we expect a boxing performance?
You never really know. You never really know till the bell rings. But he's got the shape. Look how Takam fights. He definitely comes with some fire. So I have to douse his flames and bust him up.
I was quite surprised when you said in the presser that you hadn't done any southpaw sparring. Why was that? Was it just you didn't believe that the Usyk fight was going to happen, or?
Oh no! I did southpaw sparring,
you did?
And
sorry.
I was starting to obviously gear my training around like my pads and everything, all the techniques was to do with like getting ready for Usyk and getting my head around it and working on stuff. But I was taking over, but it wasn't didn't fly anyone over or anything yet because it wasn't 100%. The fight wasn't signed, so stayed ready, and now my opponent's changed. I can just go back to I'm fighting orthodox. So.
Are you looking forward to fighting Takam? He is a guy who's been at world level before, got a big profile. Is there a rush for you to secure the world title shot, or are you just happy to fight guys who have been there and done it?
Well, yeah, I want to get to a world title as soon as possible. I'm at that level, and when I get the opportunity, I'll take it with both hands. But until then, I'm going to fight some good names, and Takam is a great opponent. Like, he's well known. He's a tough, rugged fighter. So yeah, it's going to be exciting. This is what I'm in the sport for. That excitement, and it gives the fans. It's a great fight. So I'm looking forward to it.
How does it end?
Joe Joyce, KO or TKO.
Will you be heading out to Vegas with all the restrictions? Are you going to stay here in London?
Yeah, I'm going to stay here, in Surrey.
Surrey.
In Surrey.
Is it still with Steve Broughton?
Yeah, Steve Broughton and Greg Stallard. And I'm still staying in contract with Ismail Salas as well. I spoke to him the other day, and he's always has his eyes and seeing what I need to do as well. But yeah, I've got a great team here, and a setup as well. I've got Cameron Goff, who does my strength as well. They're both gyms are within 5 minutes each other and 25 minutes drive. So I'm comfortable where I'm at.
How much credit do you think guys like Steve deserve for the performance you did against Dubois? People said in the build-up, without Ismail Salas, this could be a dangerous fight to take. But do you think those guys deserve a mention? Surely.
Yeah, man. Steve is we're both working together on this. Steve's a great coach. He's been in Chisora's corner, I think, and he's learned under a lot of great coaches, and he's constantly improving, and he's getting better and better. And he's a great coach, and it's what more do I need?
Do you think you and Dubois will ever cross paths again?
Possibly, yeah. Because he's on his way for a WBA, the WBA ranking, so he's got his route there. So maybe we might cross again and have a rematch of the century or something. But until
big
then,
stadium fight.
You never know. But so boxing, I'm just obviously, boxing is how it is, and you just have to be prepared.
Just away from yourself for the moment. Actually, we'll stay on you for the moment. Your British Commonwealth European titles. What's the situation with them?
Well, I've still got them and on my display case, sitting at home. But I'm going for the world titles, so I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if the Takam fight will be for the European or how that's looking, but I'm going for a world title. That's my main priority, so let's go for that.
Joe, did you watch the press conference and stare down last night in LA between Fury and Wilder?
I didn't actually. I need to check that out. Yeah, I need to catch up.
Over 5 minutes face off.
Really?
Yep.
Their eyes afterwards they must have needed eye drops or something, or maybe they did that before. Maybe that's the secret.
Could be. Do you see any differences in the third fight? How do you see it playing out?
I think by now I think Fury's got the beating of Wilder, so it's going to be difficult for psychologically, and I don't know. He's got his new trainer in Malik Scott, who's been his sparring partner as well for Fury. So maybe he's learning some new stuff, but it's not really enough time to drastically change much. But Wilder's still going to be that heavy hitter he's got, and he wants to get his revenge on the defeat and the last defeat. So yeah, it's going to be an entertaining fight, but I'm not sure how he's gonna beat. I think Fury's gonna beat him again, unless he gets nailed to the floor. But he's shown he can get up from Wilder's punches. So, and he took it to him in the last fight and punched him up. I remember watching that in Vegas. I was in Vegas. Didn't actually go to the arena. We stayed with the boys after training and just watched it on the big screen in the house. But yeah, what a fight! And it's gonna be a double header like on the 24th. So you can tune in and watch my fight. I mean, watch me beat up Takam, and then you can go and watch Fury beat up Wilder again, probably.
Yeah, absolutely. Go straight into that one. All right, Joe. Appreciate your time talking to pro boxing fans. July 24th, live on BT Sport. Tell us why to tune in and go to the arena.
Because there's going to be some heavy hitters on that night and that day and that early morning night. Early morning. Yeah. Tune in.
Any message to Carlos Takam if he's watching?
I'm here. I'm ready. I'm gonna punch you up.
Brilliant, Joe. Really appreciate it. Best of luck.